What's up guys? Welcome back to our Settle Cuddle Finance channel. And today, similar to our previous video, we're going to talk about another side hustle, a fashion side hustle that we have is reselling Supreme.
Yeah. So you can resell Supreme and other fashion boutiques in the same realm of this hype clothing kind of thing. So Supreme is like one of the bigger name brands, and Kith would also I consider pretty big too. Emilion Dor is a good one, and these are basically the shops that I kind of like shopping in because they retain their value. Kind of like when you buy like expensive luxury items such as like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Dior, they retain a little bit of value because they never really go on sale, and they're still sought after even after the collection is over, because the collection is sold and that is all that's out there in the world in a way, you know what I mean? So Supreme is sort of like that. There is a limited quantity of product that is out there, and when people really like it, like if there's high demand, then that means the price will also go up. Supreme is pretty notorious in that sense, that it's very hyped and very sought after, and Supreme knows this, so they sell a limited quantity of sought after product. One of their very well-known staple product is their box logos. So box logo hoodie, t-shirts, and sweatshirts, those usually make the most money. And maybe like their North Face collabs and other collabs, like this for example is an Akira Supreme collab. This was at the time wasn't reselling for much, but then give it like a few months and then boom, it just explodes. Like people just want it all of a sudden. Could be, so some of these brands make their brand known is by having celebrities wear them, such as Kanye West. We all know that Kanye West has worn a Supreme box logo, and it's like a very iconic kind of picture that was taken. But this was all started by Tyler, the Creator. He wore a couple Supreme items, and there was this one box logo that was in the music video She, that made Supreme kind of explode in a way because of that's just the nature of it all. So anyway, Kith kind of followed that, and Emilion Dor is kind of in its own category in a way. So how do we make money off of that? Well, we sell through StockX again, but you can sell through eBay. So there is another video that you can go, and we talk about Nike shoes and how we resell that through StockX. Well, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth using Supreme, right? At this point, maybe you already know about how to resell Nike sneakers and sneakers in general, like Adidas, New Balance. Now we are getting a little more sophisticated, I would say, and that things could get more complicated, or it could kind of make more sense in a way, because now we're just talking about fashion in general and how maybe some prices will go up, some will go down because of how valued certain items are. So if it's something that you like yourself like it on a person, most likely it will have some pretty good value. Maybe if you're watching a show, you see like the actors wearing like really nice like shirts and stuff like that. Usually they're pretty high priced because you can see like individual detail, because this is like taken in a studio and there's lights, and they want to like have the actors look really nice and stuff. They don't buy it themselves. Sometimes sponsorships or something like that. So these items retain value, or they resell for more money than what it was paid for. And we're just going to talk about Supreme for now, right? So Supreme usually drops on Thursday at 11 p.m. online. So you have to be on the computer at 11 p.m. and if you're gonna try to get it online, you gotta like go really fast, and everything sells out, and sometimes in seconds, in minutes, really. So if you're not quick enough, then you're not going to get the item. Simple as that. And then you have to get it in the aftermarket. So a lot of people buy it in the aftermarket to not have the hassle of waking up early, trying to get it as soon as possible, and then, you know, getting it for retail. So instead, you just pay somebody else to get it for them, and then they'll pay above retail. Simple as that. The concept is simple. Now, what are the items that we are going to go after? First of all, box logos. Usually good. Second, usually TNF, which is Dell and North Face. TNF, right? Those usually do pretty well aftermarket, and there's a website that you can kind of follow if you don't know fashion that well, and maybe if you don't have like an eye for things. It doesn't always have to do with like how items look in general. Sometimes things are manufactured more than we expected. Anyway, one general way of kind of knowing is if you go to supremecommunity.com, that's probably going to be linked below. Yes, I follow it. I used to not, but now I just don't have the time to like kind of like, you know, do my own research, I guess you could say. So if you don't want to do that much research, Supreme Community, and then look for what's the hottest thing. So it'll be like number 1, number 2, number 3, and then it later follows. So number 1 usually will have the most resale. Number 2 will have, you know, just as good, maybe a little less. Third, you know, it goes on. So every Thursday, Supreme drops at 11 p.m. and you can look at the preview before Thursday or before 11 p.m. on Thursday and see what's gonna sell. You know, because they'll drop a lookbook, and not everything's gonna drop from the lookbook. Maybe on the first week, a lot of stuff in the lookbook is going to drop, but not everything, right? So one way of finding out is through Twitter. You can follow Drops by Jay, that's what I follow. Or you can go on Supreme Community and just look over there on the Thursday or before Thursday. And on Monday, you can sign up to do an in-store release. This is a little more complicated. You have to go on a different website, try to register to get on a line on Thursday so you can get the items that you want. But that's a little complicated. If you want to know more about that, maybe go on a different channel to learn more about Supreme and how they do their drops. To do the in-store releases, it's only on select cities. Like for example, New York has 2, Brooklyn and in Soho, and in Brooklyn and Williamsburg. And then there's another in the US, at least in Los Angeles, there's one in Fairfax, and then there's one in, no, not Fairfax, in, I don't know where, I think Melrose, I don't know, I've never been to it, I just kind of passed by it, and then I think there's one in San Francisco. I don't know if that opened up yet, I think it did, but yeah, so there's one there, and Japan has a few, and in London there's one, and Paris there's one. If you live in any of those cities, then you know you can do your own research on how to like get into the line. Thursday is the big day, that's where the drop are, but any day after that I think you can make a line. So you can go on the line, maybe you wake up early and get on it, and hopefully they have like what you want without paying shipping. So if that sounds interesting to you, then you know, be my guest. But today we're just really going to be talking about how we sell these sought after items that we find in Supreme Community, and then we buy it in supreme.com on the drop day, supremenewyork.com on the drop day, 11 p.m. Sometimes we're lucky, sometimes we're not, and if we are, then we sell it through StockX, and then StockX pays us out, and then we put that money into Charles Schwab, and then we reinvest that money, guys. We reinvest it, all right? So if that sounds interesting, then tell us how you did. I pretty much told you the blueprint of how to do it. Now it's up to you guys if you want to do it or not. And if you want to see us doing that, then how about you check out the behind the scenes in our Set a Cuddle vlogging channel. It'll be in the description below. It'll also be right here, kind of playing, and then you can click on it, I think. Maybe, you know, click on it. See what happens. Did it pause? Alright, cool. So anyway, if you want to see more of these kind of videos, I could get into thrifting, you know, leave a like, subscribe, blah blah blah. Check out our Nike side hustle also, and that's it.
Yeah.
Peace.